Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me just go over the changes really quickly. I know you want to start practicing. In this listening section of the test, pretty much has remained the same. Like, they took one academic passage away. The first part will have one conversation and one lecture. And the second part will have one conversation and one lecture. That sounds like not a lot of time, but don't worry. The clock only starts after the audio passage, so don't worry about that. And just really quickly, my name is Adinda Mutiara Army. I'm a student of English Department of University of Riau 2021. I would like to help you to get the answer in this TOEFL listening session. Let's start doing the TOEFL listening session. Now, listen a conversation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Professor. You got a minute?
Sure, Christy. Did you pick up your paper yet? I just finished grading them, and I was really impressed with yours.
Really?
Of course, I loved your arguments. And what you wrote about farming for less than $10 a day, it really has incredible real-world applications. I can tell you put a lot of thought into this paper.
Speaking of real-world applications, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about, the student exchange program.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Are you thinking of going somewhere? That's a great program.
Well, I have a couple of places in mind, but I really have my heart set on Guatemala.
What draws you to Guatemala?
I think Guatemala would be the most relevant place for me. It would be perfect to go there so I can do some research about my ideas.
I can see where you're coming from, Christy. I think you have some good reasons. I hate to tell you this, but the exchange program in Guatemala is only for Spanish majors, and the Spanish department is usually pretty strict about that.
No, there has to be some way I can go. I've already done so much research about it. Guatemala is perfect for my research. It has the exact type of agricultural practices, economy, and environmental conditions I want to study and explore.
You make a fair argument, but have you thought of other places? I really wouldn't want you to get your hopes up since it's a program run by the Spanish department, and I can't remember the last time a student was able to go who wasn't a Spanish major.
That doesn't seem fair. Is there nothing I can do? They must have let someone go before who isn't a Spanish major, right? I mean, I know some Spanish, if that's any consolation.
Look, I want you to have the opportunity to go, and I agree that it could be an ideal place for your research. Since you are very passionate about going, I'll talk to the person in charge of the situation and see if they can find a way to accommodate you.
Really, Professor? Thank you. That means so much to me.
I think you should prepare a solid argument to present to the Spanish department just in case. Can you do that?
Of course, absolutely. I'll do anything. I will be ready.
Okay, glad to hear it. Let me talk to the department and I will let you know if anything changes, okay?
Okay, thanks, Professor.
Okay, now answer the questions. Questions 1 is, why does the student go to see the professor? A. To talk about her paper on farming practice. B. To ask if she can study abroad in Guatemala. C. To discuss her research on agricultural practice and environmental conditions. And D. To see if she can become a Spanish major. The answer is B, because she really have her heart set on Guatemala. So B, to ask if she can study abroad in Guatemala. Okay, next, questions 2. Why does Christy want to go to Guatemala? Select 2. A. To continue her research on cost-effective farming. B. Because she has already studied about it and wants to learn more in person. C. The agricultural and economic landscape closely match what she wants to research. D. She wants to learn more Spanish. Okay, from the conversations we know that she already done so much research about it, and it has the exact type of agricultural practice economy that she wants to study and explore. So, the answer is B and C. B, because she has already studied about it and wants to learn more in person. And C, the agricultural and economic landscape closely match what she wants to research. Number 3. Why might Christy not be able to go on a trip to Guatemala? A. She is non-linguistic major. B. The Spanish department in charge of this program. C. She doesn't speak enough Spanish. D. There are no more sports left in program. The answer is A. She is not a linguistic major. Question 4. Why does the professor decide to help Christy? Select 2. A. Christy is one of most intelligent students in the class. B. The professor agrees that Guatemala is a good place to do more research. C. Christy is extremely motivated to study abroad in Guatemala. And D. Christy knows some Spanish, so it will be easy to convince the Spanish department. From the conversations, we know that he wants Christy have the opportunity to go and agree that it could be an ideal place for her research, and she's very passionate about going. So, the answer is B and C. B. The professor agrees that Guatemala is a good place to do more research. And C. Christy is extremely motivated to study abroad in Guatemala. Number 5. Why does the professor ask Christy if she has thought of other places to go? A. He wants to know if there are any other countries Christy wants to travel to. B. He does not think Christy will be allowed to go to Guatemala. C. He is leading up to suggesting a better place for her to study abroad. D. He is curious if Christy can do her research in another country. The answer is B, because the exchange program in Guatemala is only for Spanish major, and Spanish department is usually pretty strict about it.
Hi, Professor. You wanted to see me?
Yes, come in, Anya. It's about the paper you submitted for your assignment. I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to do the assignment again.
Really? I'm kind of shocked. I mean, I worked so hard on that paper. Wasn't it good?
I can see how much work you put into it. In many ways, it's a very good assignment, but
I'm confused. If it's good, why do I have to do it again?
I understand that you're upset, Anya, but let me finish, okay? The situation isn't nearly as bad as you think. As I was saying, your assignment was well written and well researched, but it wasn't what I asked you to do. You submitted a review of one of the books from a reading list, but the assignment I said was to write an essay.
Really? I remember the assignment, and I'm sure it said to review a book from the reading list.
It did say that, but here, let me get the actual assignment and read it. Here we go. It says, review one of the 3 books on this week's reading list, and then write an essay that compares the arguments in the book with those we discussed in class. Do you see the difference? I wanted you to review the opinions in the book, and then write about how that differs from what we discussed in class. And you just reviewed the book and didn't address the second part of the assignment at all.
So, you were using the phrase review a book in the assignment to mean something like study the book rather than write a review for the book?
Yes, that's exactly right. And as you are the only person who misunderstood the assignment, I don't think what I wrote was unclear, do you?
I see. Listen, I'm really sorry about my mistake, Professor. Can I submit a revised assignment next week on Tuesday or Wednesday?
Actually, Anya, it's only Monday. So I'd like it before the weekend, please.
This question, Session 2. Number 1. What do the professors and students mainly discuss? A. How the students can improve their grades. B. What information the students must read. C. Where the students can get access to books. D. Why the professor has called her into the office. The answer is D, because from the conversations we know that professor tells about the paper her submit for her assignment. Number 2. Why is the student confused? A. She believes that she understood the writing assignment. B. She thought the deadline for submitting her work was later than it was. C. The professor's instructions for completing the homework were wrong. D. She misunderstood which book she should read to complete the task. From the conversations, we know that she remembered the assignment and she read side to review a book from reading list. So the answer is A. She believes that she understood the writing assignment. Number 3. Listen again to part of the conversations. What does the student say this? A. To ask the professor to explain his expectations again. B. To prove the professor miswords the assignment instructions. C. To confirm that she has understood what the professor wants. D. To give an example of topics she could discuss in her essay. Okay, so the answer is C, because she wants to confirm she has understood what the professor wants. 4. Listen again to part of the conversations. What does the professor imply when he says this? A. His instructions for the assignment were confusing. B. The student should have asked if something was unclear. C. Most of the other students understood the assignment. D. A number of students submit excellent assignments. From the conversations, we know that the professor said, "You are the only person who misunderstood the assignment." So, the answer is C. Most of the other students understood the assignment. Last questions. Number 5. What do you think the student is most likely to do next? A. Start to work on the assignment again. B. Submit a formal complaint about the professor. C. Ask another professor to look at her assignment. D. Wait until the weekend to work on the assignment. From the conversations, since this assignment can only be submitted on Mondays, Anya have to do it soon. So the answer is A. Start to work on assignment again. It's really hard to go through the whole session, especially when you are studying on your own. I'm proud of you. Keep it up, and excellent job. Really great work. So that's it from TOEFL listening sessions with me. I hope you can do another TOEFL listening session well. So thank you for watching and see ya. Have a nice day. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.